Hello, hello? Oh my goodness, I cannot believe this. Okay, hold on. Okay. Dear goodness me. Ugh. Okay. Hey guys, sorry about that. I don't know what happened. Well actually I do. There was like a brief power outage for some reason. I don't know why it happened, but it did. So, yeah. Oh my god, you're back to life. I'm back to life. I'm so sorry, y'all. Okay, anyways, we're continuing.
At last, Amphoreus' fate has begun. After all, you've also been bathed.
Did I already go through this?
Much like that.
I just hear the truth. Okay, yeah.
Thus is the.
Okay, we're back here. I'm gonna just speed through this a little bit, because I don't know when it cut off for you guys, but I was around here when that happened. I love this skip button feature. That's actually really nice. Who knew it would come in handy like that?
So, the results.
I'm just gonna
We had, returning to, we become nothing more than sacrificial offerings.
Continuing.
Exactly.
Did stream? Yeah, I had a bit of a I had a power outage moment. So sorry about that, y'all. Welcome back. We're back.
But from just the perspective of a player in the drama, he could never fully uncover the last link. The cycles of
I'm
the
gonna keep
hero's
pressing this button until we're back to where we were.
Until now, we're never about creating.
I don't care. I don't care. I don't care.
But this time,
Don't care.
your
I've already listened as well. I do care, but I don't care about lines I've already listened to.
And when the dawn of the new
Yeah, I
world
know. Fine on
arrives,
you.
its light will
I'm sorry,
burn
buddy, but
away
that's
all
not.
the darkness.
Can I please skip? Thank you. I don't want to press this again since it might go past something I didn't see. So.
The Chrysos heirs.
No, you haven't made yourself clear, actually, Lygus. I'm still slightly confused what's going on.
Of heroes, gods, and world. This is the end point of Amphoreus's calculations.
So in your eyes, all the sacrifices
Okay, I think we're around here.
A string of insignificant numbers.
Don't sell yourselves short. I'd say, rather than numbers, you're more like fuel for the fire. And without fire, there can be no sunrise tomorrow.
Even if that sunrise is born from annihilation?
Curious question. Have you ever considered that after millions of extrapolations, Amphoreus is already following a different path from the erudition? It has long since granted divine blessings equally to each child. The golden blood flowing in your veins, it comes from the blemished one, whose name is destruction itself. And Amphoreus's Chrysos heirs were, from the very beginning, fuel for the Aeon to burn the universe. Amphoreus has waited for this moment for too long. At the end of the empty, cold, and lonely extrapolations, the destruction has reached its final destination. Nikos 496. Philia 093. No need to feel regret. This generation of Chrysos heirs is the most outstanding model, and you two are the final factors. For you, the Era Nova is no lie. Just step forward, embrace the black tide, and accept the Aeon's gaze. You will come to life from a string of cold numbers. Along with all those who have passed, you will run toward the real universe, fulfilling Amphoreus's long-held wish. In the name of the Lord Ravager Iron Tomb, unleash its fury and destroy the source of all this tragedy.
Or we could always choose another option. Like you said, Amphoreus is just an experiment, and we're the participants. We can only walk along the predetermined path toward the ending, under the watchful eyes of the stars. But that also means that there isn't just one Aeon who can cast their glance at Amphoreus, right? Is this question really that hard to answer? Or did I guess it right? And in reality, this world has already been under the watch of other Aeons. It's strange when you think about it. If you just stayed back, watching us complete the ritual and get consumed by the black tide, your goal would naturally be achieved.
No, she has a point.
Why go through the trouble of explaining all this to us?
You're pretending. Revealing the so-called truth just to deceive us. Covering up another possibility. Destruction is not the only outcome for the fate of Amphoreus.
Do you two really think, as petty little demigods, you can change the outcome written by the stars? What makes you think you are capable of doing that?
A little courage and determination. Just kidding. The answer is pretty simple. But we're not gonna tell ya.
Oh.
We're going to weave a long dream for Amphoreus, making it believe the experiment hasn't ended, that everything is still ongoing.
With just Orynyx's power, though, it should be impossible to achieve this, right?
Yeah. So, I can only place my hopes on that childhood dream. And the god behind Orynyx that appeared in that dream. Now, I can say with certainty, time is the page on which that eon records Amphoreus. If it fades from existence, and all that it records is lost among the stars, that eon will surely direct their gaze here. And it will be a glance that spans time and space, granting each incarnation of me the power to reset time, imbuing my soul into this ceremonial blade, and creating an endless flame-chased journey.
I understand. Then let me step into the cycles and continue Amphoreus's grand design. To deceive the gods.
Bro, I did not expect
Deceive the
this.
world
Holy shit.
itself. But to make time vanish from this world, that would mean you.
All right, let's not make things so gloomy. What we're about to embark on is the true hero's journey, so... Come on, cheer up a bit, okay? In that memory, you will definitely meet me again. A little Cyrene who knew nothing, lying on a soft patch of grass, feeling the light breeze, dreaming of the distant world. Tell her about the flame chase journey, and then let her become a romantic part of this story. I believe every Cyrene will make the same choice, erasing time again and again, resetting time over and over. After all, they're all me, and I will always have my charm. Then, I'll fall into a sweet dream, disappearing in some small corner of the world. Quietly, waiting for the day when that next page is turned.
And I will keep going. Even if the road ahead is dark, I will burn myself to light the way. Rather than let the core flames become nourishment for the black tide, I'll become their vessel, to prevent the arrival of Era Nova. Even if I have to burn through my own body, it's no matter. As long as I don't extinguish, the flame chase will never end. Until Amphoreus welcomes a true dawn.
The girl who watches over time, and the warrior who carries the world. Now, let us fulfill the duties of time and world-bearing. Honor the past and forge ahead.
I promise you, the pain will pass in the blink of an eye.
You need to hold tight to this ceremonial blade. After I'm gone, it will take you back to the beginning of time. The start of a new story. I believe that in that story, we're in countless stories, each alike yet unique. Everyone, all the companions who sacrificed themselves, alongside the deliverer we once dreamed of as children, will reunite beneath a vast, endless sky.
If we can never break free from this prison, I will stand my ground. Until the day someone shatters this endless cycle and writes the final chapter of Amphoreus' fate.
So, let's set out. We will be the ones to start everything. Carry the primordial chaos, just as your name suggests, and bear this world we hold so dear. So long, Kaslana.
As the Theros I have observed, instruction synthesis is formed.
Ah!
I will wait for that day, for as long as it takes. The day will come whenever this is eternal and follows in our footprint, right in everything that ever was.
Where am I sent to? Where am I going?
That will be a romantic story like none that has come before. You think so too, right?
I have chills, bro. I have chills. Oh my
The world
god.
is collapsing, and the people are crying. We too must part ways here. Friend.
Ides Elysiae, the little village of my childhood. The gentle breeze and the sound of waves still linger.
Everything is as it was. It feels good to take one last look.
You know, this is just a corner of the memory. The real Ides Elysiae.
I know. I'm here to say goodbye. We might not see each other again.
You can stay here forever. And time will stand still for you.
Let it flow. It's time for me to go.
Even if it's a path with no turning back.
When have we ever had the luxury of turning back?
Are you afraid? After learning the truth of your origins, will you see the motivation I gave you as the manipulating whispers of destruction?
The convictions and choices that come from my heart. I don't believe they're designed by the so-called paths. If we are just numbers, simulating life, then you are the image I've always longed for. The person I wish to become. A real, living person. A true hero.
Then why do we part here? You can take me with you, and we can start this journey together. I'll be by your side, guiding you, just like before.
No. I'm afraid I'm on my own this time.
Why?
Because there is no perfect solution in this world. Cyrene has already embraced her fate, and I will embrace my origin. Destruction. And with this power, I will rebel against its creator, bringing endless fury to the darkness, sweeping the world. If you stay by my side, I'll hesitate. But this world can't afford a soldier who wavers. Do you remember when we were kids? Everyone would get so excited drawing cards like ruler or warrior, but throw fits over devil or drunkard and demand a redo. Kids always get to change their minds. Things are so happy and simple for them. But when it comes to the fate of adults, there's no room for redos.
And go, Kaslana, as you promised. Deceive the world. Seize the core flames and rewrite your fate. Burn yourself up with all your might. Wield your futility like a sword. And fight against the gods.
In the name of world-bearing, I promise you, Kefali will never forget this. So, time retreated behind me until it reached the origin, where nothing ever existed, just as Wade Kefali stood at the center of chaos. Time, space, and causality all flowed from their body. When the waves of time finally calmed, it was the year 3870 of the light calendar. The Chrysos War had lasted for nearly a century, and the threat of the Black Tide was growing stronger and more relentless. That was the era of the Day Thunder Knight's battle with the sky. While she could not seize the core flame, she proved that the prophecy was true. That mortals could slay gods. From that moment, the sole survivor of the old dynasty, Imperator Suritra, issued a call to arms across the lands, summoning heroic Chrysos heirs to wage war on the Titans. And that was the first doomed flame chase journey, sealed away in history.
So what you're saying is, you've traveled back down the river of time, finally reaching this untouched seabed just to tell us the flame chase journey and even all of Amphoreus are nothing but illusions in an eon's dreams?
Exactly. So, Dux Gladiorum, please take me to meet Her Majesty Suritra. I must share the truth with her.
Since Her Majesty's not here, no need for formalities. The word Gladiorum always reminds me of my fallen homeland buried deep in the depths. Call me High Sealans, nameless swordmaster.
Please allow me to add one more thing. You actually already know my name.
You mean Finan? Such a name could never be your true one. But I won't question you further about it. Ever since Her Majesty issued the Flame Chase Decree,
Bro, that's such a cool
heroes
effect.
from all over have sent their letters of introduction. What's the harm in adding one more name like Finan or Heinan? Besides, the deep sea is dark. Isn't it the perfect place to hide secrets best left unseen? All right, nameless swordmaster. Hold on to my wake. Let's find somewhere else to talk.
Aren't you even a little suspicious of what I've said?
Harboring suspicions is not my concern. My sword dances only when the Imperator harbors doubts. There's no use in speaking further. Show me your true intentions through action.
And Bion is a teen technique. Oh yeah, I know this. Yippee! Oh god, please, no! Okay.
Perhaps you should demonstrate your skills and calm the raging black tide for us.
Sure. I'm just gonna quickly, casually use. There we go. Nice and fixed. Yep, just whittle away.
Oh,
I realize my connection is
Nice moves.
going terrible right now. 1 second. Oh dear. Oh dear. Not that. I am connected, aren't I? Sorry guys, looks like my internet's gonna be a bit choppy for a minute. Hopefully it doesn't go out again.
Light up the dawn.
we just washed it away and here it comes again. The black tide is really no joke.
Hello, friend.
Light up the dawn.
Alright, goodbye. This is so fun. Up the stairs we go.
The waters end here. The one you seek is beyond this point.
At last. I can meet with Her Majesty Saridra herself. Are there any formalities I need to observe?
Don't kneel, don't do the hand-kissing or foot-kissing gestures of the old dynasty, and most of all, don't bow. The Imperator despises such rituals, especially when the heads of those taller than her bend beneath her crown.
She really is down to earth.
The second thing to note, only trusted ones may come near her. Keep 5 paces distance until the Imperator allows otherwise.
Sounds like an old friend of mine.
Well, experience is a good thing. Stay sharp, and you'll be just fine.
I cannot wait to meet Her Majesty Saridra, Queen. Dong.
Duck's Goldweaver, little hostage. Apologies for keeping you waiting.
It's you.
You know them? Good. That makes things easier.
Before that, I'm more curious about one thing. Where is Her Majesty Saridra?
To avoid any misunderstandings, nameless Swordmaster. Although we spoke and laughed along the way, I never said you were entitled to meet her. The Imperator decreed. The Deliverer will not appear in this age. Be wary of suspicious individuals. Come now, both of you. Let's finish our job.
I see. It's a trap. I had no intention of fighting. So remember this, Lady Hysealand. If my sword shows any hesitation, don't thank me.
Thank them instead.
No, you misunderstand. We don't want to see Chrysoceres hurt each other. Just give us some time to ask you a few questions.
The Nestia's golden threads will judge you and decide your fate.
As you wish.
White-haired Swordmaster? If what you say is true, then you must know the fate of the world. So, how much do you know about what we read from the prophecy?
You shall shatter into 1,000 fragments and wither in the soil of foreign lands. Is that correct, Lady Treby?
How is this possible?
He got it right?
Yes, but the prophecy never mentioned he'd appear here. At least, not in this era.
You must listen to me, Aglaya, Treby. The Finan of this world has not yet been born. In a distant future, he will follow the prophecy's guidance and appear before you, but do not seek him out. Because Era Nova is a complete and utter lie. I will tell you the truth, and you will understand why the world must forsake the prophecy and find another path to Era Nova. Because I know both of you, and I believe that no matter how the course of history may change, the faith we all share will always remain the same. And so, the layers of rock began to reverse, and history wove itself anew. Through my old acquaintances, I was given the chance to meet the leader of the Flame Chase journey, Saritru. And after a long and arduous negotiation, we came to an agreement. The Imperator's alliance needed the destruction, and I was ready to pour all my strength into it. The spoils of the Flame Chase, the core flames, would be sealed by my hand. But the condition was this. In the upcoming battle, in our conquest of the Earth, I had to prove that my power could transcend fate. In the original history, there was a brutal war. At the end, the Titankin of Georios, Terravox, killed the rampaging Titan and took the core flame that supported the Earth. But this time, Amphoreus encountered a turning point in its fate. Neither side suffered any losses. When I severed the Titan's head and raised the core flame high, the crowd gathered around the scorched remains of the god, roaring with joy, cheering for the hero of the destruction, who had ignited the faint spark of life for the first time. Yes, in that flickering light, the once dark path ahead seemed to become clearer. I proved myself. And in the long years that followed, I brought down the other Titans. One by one. I could do more than just wait. When time resets, the chance to change the world also emerges from the lines of history. Until finally, the brutal future revealed by Era Nova is reversed. But tell me, if that's truly the case, why are we doomed to the same outcome?
Okay.
The people kept their promise and handed you all the core flames. In this world after Trebios, no demigods were born in Amphoreus. At this point, I just want to know. When they vanished into the black tide with their mortal bodies, why didn't you shed even a single tear? Your indifference chills me. To you, were they just a bunch of insignificant footnotes? Sorrow has been my constant companion. In fact,
With 12 core flames upon me, the fire in my heart has never been more violent. I'll remember this world through anger. As long as I burn, they'll never truly leave me. Perhaps it's already too late.
Sorry about that, guys.
So, draw your sword, executioner. I'll make sure you realize that your greatest mistake was leaving me alive.
He's like, okay, buddy.
After that, he raised his sword and attacked. Then, Kaslana killed himself that day. Who fell to the sword to be left in the past, and who went into the future. I can't remember anymore. I only remember a nymph, hiding in the shadows just out of sight, futilely pushing a stone ball. Climb, fall, climb, fall, climb again, and fall. The only freedom the nymph had was in choosing how to roll the stone. Sometimes fast, sometimes slow.
I love how this is an allegory to the myth of that one myth of, I forgot the name of the person pushing that boulder up to the very top only for it to fall back down again.
The futility of it all. The stone would always roll back down the slope, and the nymph would always return to the starting point, beginning again. After that, every time I reached this point in the cycle, the burning sky would cast a shadow over its path. It would nearly reach the peak at the 4th quint of curtain fall hour, then fall to the starting point in the first 15 seconds of the next entry hour. And my efforts in this cycle would dissolve into nothing at the same time.
Internal recurrence number 1. Subject Kaslana persuaded the 12 crisis heirs to recover all 12 core flames in a peaceful way. After verification, the unauthorized access did not have a substantive impact on the experimental process. Life cycles of the 12 crisis heirs were terminated strictly in the predetermined experimental sequence and successfully loaded into the buffer. Subject Kaslana regressed the extrapolation process, and abnormal fluctuations were detected in his mind function. Admin notes the first devastating failure. Internal recurrence 134. (134th eternal recurrence).
Absolute nonsense.
I thought cycles was the answer you were looking for.
No. It's just that the answer came so suddenly. There was no fun in tracing it back to its roots. Eons? Paths? What a load of nonsense.
I can't give you an exact explanation of those two concepts either.
Enough. I'm just expressing my frustration. Don't you understand? I was already expecting this. The black tide came from beyond the sky. And everything else is no exception.
Fate is a strange thing. No matter how the details of history change, the Anaxa I know always remains as harsh as ever.
If the other Anaxagoras actually worshipped the gods, I'd make sure to find a way to break the cycles and crush them in their cradles. Too bad. Now only you have the ability to do that.
What's that supposed to mean? You're willing to help?
Of course. The core flames were meant to save the world. And in my opinion, the noble titans have no reason to refuse. Besides, according to you, before stepping into these endless cycles,
you were my pupil.
I've already heard the same thing countless times.
Enough chit-chat. Let's go. If we run into any other scholars, leave them to me. We've all made
Okay.
preparations for total annihilation. Never thought someone would step in to help.
Yep. And help I shall.
Light up the dawn. Light up the dawn.
Goodbye.
You've been to the Luminary Throne before, haven't you?
If you're talking about in past cycles.
You were already much luckier than the other students. Hold up. Keep your wits about you. Someone's watching us.
Pretty boy, your eyesight's better than I thought. As for that false god who's been turning the world upside down, it's you, isn't it, white hair?
You sure do love stealing the spotlight. In the name of the Seven Sages, I demand that you immediately step away from the Luminary Throne. This is the sacred ground of reason, and no one may desecrate it. Take my words back to Aglaya. I won't say the same thing twice, cat girl.
Oh my! You won't even call me the demigod of trickery. That is just heartbreaking. I have some words for you, too. First, as one of the most heretical blasphemers in the world, you have no right to lecture me. Second, this is none of your business, Grove Boy. Step aside. I don't want anyone getting hurt.
Here we go. Again.
Core flame thieves. You really think you can scare off a sage of the grove with nothing but empty threats?
This gloomy little brat's got a sharp tongue. Ooh, not bad, not bad. I kinda like you. As a return favor, I'll feast on Cersei's core flame right here. Aw, don't cry now.
That was close. I'm out of here.
Bruh. Really? Do we have to do this again? Yeah, I know, I know.
They're exactly like all the past ones I've known. Cunning. And yet so naive.
Sounds like you have a plan.
Of course. When I first set out on the Flame Chase journey, Lady Treby never managed to teach me Orynyx's miracle. But along the way, I learned a thing or two.
Yep.
Where are you going?
I don't know.
Thank you.
The Venerationists' foolish inventions finally come in handy.
How is this possible?
You've arrived, Zacharias. Always so punctual.
What? Do you know who I am?
I'm running out of patience. So I'm not going to waste words. Listen up, spirit thief. Hand over the core flame, and let's pretend we never clashed. This way, you and this world can still be saved.
Save. You sing better than any bard. If you ask me, you're the greatest disaster Amphoreus has ever known. No matter how strong you are, you're still just a mortal body. Carrying 12 core flames? Don't make me laugh. You'll just get consumed by the divine flames and drag this world down with you.
134.
What?
This is the 134th cycle I've lived through. And the number of core flames I carry is
1,596.
Quick math.
yes.
Wait, did I just turn into a fangirl for Cypher? We love Cypher.
I've come this far. And that's proof enough.
But someday you will burn to the ground.
Of course. The divine flames will eventually consume my eyes and blind me. But before that, they could still forge and sharpen Dawnmaker. Now when I cut open your stomach, you won't feel a thing. This is the final warning.
Fine. Assume this world holds 100 million possibilities. And no matter how one looks at it, 99,999,999 of them all point to outcomes of certain destruction. Even so, I'll use my divine power, despised by the people of this world, to achieve that 1 in 100 million possibility.
Bartolos!
Brett, if you got the guts, you'll have to first step over my dead body.
Oh, we're actually fighting him. Okay.
This little brat is not a threat we can deal with just by ourselves.
He needs a skill? Okay.
I'm fine.
Bro, let me have my turn.
My existence. There's no other choice but to move forward. Let's get started.
Well, I don't have my ultimate right now, so this is gonna take a while. Okay, we can speed this up a little bit. Oh, thank you.
I'm fine. The future could come.
There we go.
No other choice but forward. How absurd.
In my memories, Zagreus always meets the same end. Over and over again. Their departure no longer stirs anything in my heart.
This reason core flame before us is a fake. Obvious as day.
I know. It always plays out like this. The spirit thief covers for her, and the trickery demigod escapes with 2 core flames. And then, driven by defiance or hatred, she decides to stand before me once more, exactly like the countless past hers I've known. Cunning, yet so naive.
Since you've witnessed the same scene play out countless times, tell me, will you carve the trickery core flame from my chest now?
That depends on your attitude. At least so far, in the cycles where you've asked this question, the endings haven't been so cruel.
Well, thank you for that. But I also believe that this time, you won't catch up to me. No one can catch up to me. I'm no longer running to escape anymore.
Whether you believe me or not, I'll still tell you this. You've made the wrong decision.
All right, then. We'll see.
Silence.
This is new.
One-eyed boy. What are you trying to pull now?
Go, Cyphera. Give us some time in private. This isn't for her, but for you. You've walked too far down this path. It's time to discuss a possibility. Maybe the road you're walking is not one of salvation, but one that will simply drag the world into the flames for old time's sake. Turn back. I don't care how many times you've tried, because there's one thing
I'm sure of. Your Messiah complex has turned you into something no different from the icy gods you spoke of. The children of humanity you swore to save. They are no more than ants to you now, aren't they?
Of course. I've been wondering, what kind of demon could burn my homeland to the ground in an instant without batting an eye? Now I have the answer. It turns out that fiery demon has been fantasizing of becoming this world's deliverer.
I don't want to argue anymore. No matter what I say, the outcome won't change. Make your biggest effort to resist. Or accept fate. And hand over the core flame to me, even if it's futile, you. We all have the right to choose.
Yes. Even if it is futile. And the world is just a divine joke.
When I walk into the destruction written by the gods, with my own 2 legs, you will witness. Even the smallest footnote still leaves a mark in this story.
And so, at the end of the 134th cycle, the Traveler and the Scholar fulfilled their fates once again. Or perhaps it wasn't just they who fulfilled their fates. I can't quite remember all this. In the endless darkness, for no reason, a voice always lingered by my ear. Losses are a constant on the flame chase journey, among which even life itself holds little value. Reduced to ashes. Such a familiar end. It happens in every journey. Always the same.
Eternal Recurrence 134. Subject Caslana's 103rd attempt to breach the Scepter's core layer has failed. Decision wait for avoid sacrifices of past companions approaching. 0.0018. Over-synchronicity risk detected. Life cycles of the 12 Chrysos heirs terminated in sequence. Subject Caslana regressed the extrapolation process. Eternal Recurrence 5297. Subject Caslana's 5266th attempt to breach the Scepter's core layer has failed. Life cycles of the 12 Chrysos heirs terminated in sequence. With the trend of acceleration noted, Subject Caslana regressed the extrapolation process. Note, subject strategy now nearly identical to Eternal Recurrence number 42. Mind function degradation detected with possible irreversible damage. Administrator directive received. No more prompts about the risk of mind function damage. Eternal Recurrence number. I cannot read. The 108,064,642nd.
You don't look so good, Deliverer.
Even after going through 108,642 cycles, Mighty, your name for me has never changed.
Why do you sound so pleased? It's a derogatory name.
Yeah, I know all too well. You only meant it sincerely in the first cycle. After that one and only time we walked side by side. Every time since. It always ends up like this. Dawnmaker will stab you through your 10th thoracic vertebra. That's your weak spot. And the only way to kill you.
Interesting. Tell me, when the mighty Moses of the past faced you, did they ever retreat?
Never.
Then they died honorably, worthy of the name of strife. But there's still tenderness in your eyes. How pathetic.
I have to remember how this feels. Remember that I was once human. Or else the destruction will completely consume me.
If you win, tell the mighty most of the next life. This person is a worthy opponent. So always remember to give it your all and never slack off.
I'll keep that in mind. As always.
Even though the dynasty is left with just one,
The Kremnos festival will continue as usual. I, the king of the Kremnoan Legion, will host the final feast in the center of this arena, and the prize will be the flames of strife. One day, you shall die with a wound in your back. That's what I saw when I overcame the trial. The gods' dying ramblings. Enough. You've probably heard this thousands of times. So you must understand, facing the demigod of strife means there's no way you'll take this core flame in peace.
I understand.
Step forward and face me in a final battle.
Okay.
The last
I don't want to do this.
the demigod of strife salute you. I'll give 10,000 scars and 10,000 lives of mine to fuel the blazing sun of deliverance.
Aww.
Behold, the last Kremnos festival has begun.
Okay.
And will not end till death.
Okay.
Temper myself.
Ow. Ow.
Conquer this world.
No.
Be conquered by me.
As you wish.
Full of glory, I salute you.
Damn.
All I ever wanted.
Keep forgetting I have to press W. Yeah, I have a big sword too.
Tear the sky. Feel the scorching hatred. If you can deliver,
Yeah, good try.
use the flames of your fury to scorch your own
It was a very epic battle. How to get some Nom Nom's fun back. We're fighting Mighty Most, the Lance of Fury.
flames are not struck. Quench the flames of blood. Branded with strife. Tear the sky.
Right, Hippos. Let strife decide the outcome.
Let this burn.
Oh, hi Spoopy. What if I joined BC? They would hear you.
You may cry.
You're more than welcome to. Hi, Gray. Hello.
In your next life, I shall once again block your path. Deliver. I wish you eternal victory.
The 108th
Ah, God.
642nd core flame of strife
Hi.
Hello.
fell into the fire. Yet the shadows of the black tide still loom,
Say hi to chat.
and pain and despair
Hello,
spread
chatters.
across distant lands.
How was your day?
This was still not enough.
I got off work and then went to the store and bought
Even
food.
if it meant
Yum yum.
I need food when I'm on my lunch
this
break.
body to ash.
The story is storying right now.
Yeah, I just saw you fighting a monster, and that's all I know.
Yeah, I'm back in the 2,340, whatever,
No
the big
matter
number.
how bright the sun is,
Well, I mean,
there are still
I'm also
places
really
it
behind
cannot
on that lore.
reach.
Yeah. You'll forget about it when you get
Okay.
back.
Yeah,
The sun
probably,
bears
to be
is
honest.
cold
But,
and blinding. A sun like that
I don't have computer storage up
surely
game,
cannot
so.
bring
Yeah, I
warmth to
know.
the
One
nether
day
realm of the
we'll get back
next
to it.
life.
We'll also get back to
One day,
another
my
game.
computer will be nice. Yeah, I need to still order. You know, I should do that, right? Amazon.
I want to continue that game.
Born from the destruction.
Yeah, my controller decided it was going to keep me rotating the whole time. I opened another game and I literally was fighting it just to try to close the escape menu.
Oh.
A struggle.
To ask, how many core flames do you carry now?
24,041,183.
Such a heavy burden. So that's why you've turned into this. A broken idol.
You know, I don't think I want a wireless one. I'm gonna be so for real.
I don't
Because then I'd
have a wireless
to charge
one.
it anytime.
Yeah, I keep it.
Yeah, I have a wire for my current one, but I would need a charger every time I wanted to use it.
Your computer doesn't charge it or keep it going?
It's just, I just plug it in. It doesn't have any batteries.
I must refuse.
It's not battery powered. It's
As
just
the demigod
wired.
of death,
It's
I
like
cannot
a
watch
wired
you walk
mouse.
into a fate more cruel than death.
But
I
this
feel like Josh was on crack doing these. It was so good. I know! Joshua Waters is great. He voiced Finon so well.
will never again suffer.
You can really see in each cycle the pain and the weariness in his voice.
That's a pretty color. That's a wireless. That means I have to charge it. But it's such a pretty color.
Indeed. You are not the Finon I know. Please turn back. Don't let that absurd and unjust fate of yours come to pass.
Oh my gosh, there's only 3 left
This
in
way, at
stock.
least my realm can still become the fragrant bed where you fall asleep.
In the end, still, it seems the clash of blades was inevitable.
How painful. I know I am not your match, having fallen under your sword countless times. But even so, please understand that my resolve is not to be underestimated. Even Kefali cannot shape all things at will, nor can they dictate the fate of all life. No one can shoulder the balance of life and death alone, not even a god. And it is precisely for this reason that I chose, at the end of this arduous journey, to overcome the trial and take the authority of death. I am the Hand of Shadow, Casterus, the demigod of
I still don't know which cycle hurts the most. They're all pain. I
Listen
know! They are all
closely.
painful.
Deliver
This
of
entire
days
story is just pain and suffering. Alright, time to
Please
fight.
turn back. Do not disturb these fresh flowers in their muddy depths.
Yep, here we go.
At this crossroads of life and death, the giant dragon is but a shattered shell.
Wow.
Yet I will still fight, defending what hope remains.
Alright. Owie.
It's time to temper myself. Future will come. I'm fine.
Ouch.
I ask you to rest here.
I must transform my soul to a raging fire.
Oh, look, how is it any different from the little future?
Is that all?
Oh dear.
Granted, but strike. Hail the new dawn. Feel the scorched, empty shell.
Keep it here.
Tear the sky.
Do-do-do-do-do.
All stars
I get rid of the one that I bought?
Also, do you use what type of controller do you get?
The core flame of death was taken from the dragon's
Oh, I use PlayStation.
What a brilliant flame.
Yeah, I don't really want to swap it up because it's going to confuse my brain.
That's fair.
Light the path ahead and illuminate the dawn of Amphoreus that's to come. 2,003,432 cycles. 24,041,184 core flames. As if even the deepest abyss of primordial chaos could be burned away.
And here we go again. Oh my goodness. The big number, eternal recurrence, time of departure.
You're here, as always.
You're still lingering, deep within me, never fading away.
Because you haven't completely abandoned hope. Am I right? You're still waiting for a miracle. For the true hero to come and save us.
If that thread of hope exists, it must come from beyond this world. From the true starry sky. But if it's just a traveler with no connection to Amphoreus, they may not understand our struggles, nor be willing to join this fight.
Your thoughts are wavering. The mark of destruction is deepening. But even within the gods' cold calculations, unconditional courage and goodwill still emerge. So never forget what set you on this path. How many times has it been? Remind me again. My memory is a bit fuzzy.
4 million. Exactly.
Then that blaze inside of you must be burning hotter than ever.
Yes. When I first forged the 12 core flames into one, I had the same impression. The destruction. A power unlike anything before surged within me. Violent flames ready to tear my body apart and consume this world, this wretched prison. I thought that was it. The ultimate power which nothing could surpass. And yet now, this fragile body holds a staggering 48 million core flames. I suppose it won't be long. Perhaps just a fleeting 10,000 years. Before it's reduced to nothing but charred, crumbling bones.
And when that happens, your long struggle will finally come to an end.
No. I've already found a way to keep the cycles going.
Mind sharing it with me?
In every new cycle, a new me is born. All I have to do is push the next finite to the end of the world. And then it'll kill me. Shatter this body. Take my flames, my memories, and carry on the path I started.
Bold plan, but risky. What if, one day, the next you refuses to follow the same path? How can you ensure the continuation of the cycles?
If it were Professor Anaxa or Aglaya in my place, maybe they'd come up with something smart. Unfortunately, I don't have a backup plan. I have no choice but to bet everything on the next finite. And trust that he makes the same choice I did. But even in this wretched prison, luck is still sometimes on my side. Because I never forget what set me on this path.
Wait, you mean...
Ever since I committed to this plan, not once, in millions of cycles, has there ever been an exception.
I can do this, Lord Fine, as the demigod of the sky, a healer of Twilight Courtyard. I will heal you, and then...
A black tide. It's consuming you. You can't hold out much longer, demigod. Hand over the core flame. Let's put an end to this suffering.
No, that just won't do. A healer should stay composed in front of those suffering from illness. Shouldn't they?
Hyacinthia.
Everything hurts.
I swear, your deaths won't be in vain. Just as they have never been.
I believe in you. You are the Chrysos heir of world-bearing. The one who can lead us. Lead this world. It's just... I don't understand. Within the sun upon your shoulders, the part of that warmth that should come from you. From an ordinary person. It's so faint.
My humanity is indeed just a flicker. Compared to the blazing fire of divinity.
Even so, don't cast it away.
I never have. I have kept everyone's wishes close to my heart. Even though the divine fire burns so fiercely that every time I return to the start, it devours me in an instant. Each cycle. It's your wishes that guide me to the end. That pass the flames to the next me. Over and over. And over again.
So, you're not just a lone spark in the dark. You're a pyre built from the bones of all the selves you've left behind. But what about you? What about your wishes? The wishes of all the countless versions of you. Lord Kazlana. So that's how it is, without flaw. That is the flaw the golden blood gave you. The most fatal flaw of all, isn't it? The moment you took the world upon your shoulders without hesitation, you lost the chance to ever be yourself.
Now that is an unexpected revelation, then I suppose. That makes me the perfect fuel for the flame of deliverance, doesn't it?
No, an empty flame saves no one, but I still believe in you, Deliverer. Hyacinthia, the Eye of Twilight, am neither strong enough to command the wind and rain, nor willing to end this absurd struggle by letting the sky fall. The only thing I can do is become one with the sky itself. And then, may the gentle colors of the rainbow paint your sun in shades it has never known. May they bring Amphoreus, a rosy-fingered dog.
Okay, more fighting.
Though the light has grown dim, its warmth still lingers. Deliverer, please, open your heart to me.
Can I click, please? Thank you.
Let this blazing sun
Another boss fight.
fill the sky with golden fire. Quench the blood.
Fire! Burning!
I ordered it.
Yippee!
It should get it by Monday.
Hooray!
Your sunburns.
Because I chose the free shipping option. Because I don't have Amazon Prime.
How will the seeds of a new
The core flame rose.
Let's go.
The sky fell, and this
I still don't know how mine just broke one day. It's very funny.
Remain the same
No clue.
as ever. From the horizon rose a golden color unlike anything the world had ever seen. So pure it consumed all in its path. This was the end of the world. And the start of the next. For a moment, I saw the destruction of the universe. That being known as Iron Tomb. Its will to break free from the black tide burns fiercer than the blazing sun. Is this Amphoreus' wrath? If its choice has already been made, if fate is set in stone, I will still never yield to it. 23,570,000 cycles.
Sorry, my dad.
282,840,000 core flames.
Oh my god.
No more chasing is needed. And now, I am the fire at the end of the long night. The flame chase isn't some quiet walk through a sea of flowers. It's a revolution. An all-consuming transformation. And if destruction is the only way, then let me be the one to step across the ashes of the old world and burn endlessly until another dawn rises on the distant
My character
horizon.
still doesn't know that Ina's dead, so I might not even...
We're not gonna talk about Princess here.
Oh, guys.
No Princess talk here.
It's just crazy. Okay, well, you have fun with stream. I'm gonna go watch something, I don't know.
Okay. I'll be done in a little
I need
bit,
to unwind. I need to unwind from work.
All good.
And eat my food.
Okay.
That's goodbye.
Goodbye.
33,550,337. This is the cycle you're about to enter.
Countless memories are flooding in. Countless versions of myself have stood here, facing the same choice.
They all needed a moment, just like you do. To stop, to breathe, to process the weight of 1,000,000 lifetimes worth of sorrow, pain, and struggle. And just like them, you will carry those memories and that fire into the chaos of rebirth.
I must go and bear this burden. I must say goodbye to you and then fight the destruction with destruction.
Yes, that's always the decision you make.
I will burn and fade away. I will become the flame reaver of this life and keep my promise to Cyrene. I will kill gods and comrades alike and steal the core flames. And even if my mind turns to ash along with my body, I will keep my purpose in mind. I will stop Era Nova. I will find the next me and make him carry on this futile endeavor of 30 million lifetimes.
Looks like you're ready. Then I should be going too.
Where are you going? You only exist in my heart. There's nowhere else for you to go.
Do you remember what she said? The dreams you had as children. The deliverer in the prophecies. A real, living, breathing person. You finally found him.
Friend.
Is there anything I could do to help you, buddy?
I don't have an answer for that, my friend. I'm sorry. I was supposed to send you home. This is my flame chase journey. You were never meant to be a part of it.
Stupid bug.
No.
Messed up my screen.
You know the truth. If Iron Tomb is born from Amphoreus' fate, then it will bring ruin to the worlds beyond the sky. And all these countless lifetimes you've spent, it's all been for the sake of defying that end, hasn't it? In millions of cycles, I've said goodbye to each and every one of you. Yet nothing ever changes. Each time we speak, our words grow fewer. Your fire burns hotter, and you're getting closer to becoming pure rage. A vessel of hatred.
I never had a choice.
I understand. If you are to keep the worst fate from unfolding, this is the only path. But this time, things are different. Your persistence has shifted the tide. On the horizon, I see it. Faint but undeniable. The shape of dawn, breaking through the eternal night.
Turns out, the fire that lights the way was never mine to begin with.
Do you remember? In that first timeline, you and Mightymost stood before the scales of justice, locked in a duel. Each of you weighing what you held dearest. What weighed more than the fate of the world? And when hesitation took hold, the answer you sought from me. What am I saying? I am you. Even if you buried me deep and chose another path, that fact never changed. Then let's try again. When you stood before the scales in hesitation, the answer you found in your own heart, do you still remember it?
Remember the past and become the hero of tomorrow. What weighs more than the fate of the world is the resolve to shoulder an immutable past and carry it into the future.
Good. Then Trailblazer, my friend, my comrade, you arrived in this strange world and were bound by its cruel fate up till this very moment. In the face of danger, you never once backed down. Instead, you've saved world after world without hesitation. That boarding pass on your chest is now the mark of a hero. If I choose to step through that door and embrace an end fitting of the destruction, let this sun forged from millions and millions of core flames burn me up along with the god of destruction and their minions. Then the world we leave behind, this world, my home, where hope still lingers. Will you take on everything we've carried? Return to the beginning one last time. Stop the birth of Iron Tomb, save the world we love, and rewrite its doomed fate.
I will. I got you, buddy. I'll do anything.
Good. In that case, even this fruitless wasteland may finally bloom with flowers. So... if he takes on the weight of the whole world, I'll be able to walk further down the path of deliverance than a fire that only knows how to burn. One will step into the future. One will remain in the past. If I can strike down the gods with Dawnmaker, perhaps fate's deadlock can be broken. And if you can stop Iron Tomb from ever being born, then these 30 million cycles will have not been in vain. It's time to put our teamwork to the test, partner.
I'm getting sad. Stop. Let's both be the deliverer, Finon. Go fight for the future, Finon. Leave the world to me. I'll help you. Let's both be the deliverer, Finon.
Thank you for all you've done already, friend. The image of the hero I've buried deep in my heart finally steps into the light. Here, at the end of this long flame chase journey. Cyrene, a page never seen before has just been turned. Lend me the power of time, and send this hero back to the origin of time. Back to your side. And I will walk the unfinished path, just like the countless versions of me before. Unwavering as always.
The question mark eternal recurrence end?
Tell me, will you be the blazing sun, even if all of you burns to ash?
Without hesitation. I will bear this world until my body turns to dust. Remember this moment. Remember your friends who never lived to see the world's end. Remember their final wishes, and let the purest rage in your heart rise out of those wishes. Let it consume you. Fuel you until it burns away the false sky above. Fine. If I can defy fate, then in the name of world-bearing, I promise you, Kefali will never forget this.
Take it. Everything I bear. Keep on burning. As long as we are never extinguished, the flame chase will not end.
May this blood be like gold, and never tarnish.
I'm gonna cry.
Farewell, Trailblazer. This is where I fulfill my final destiny. The prophecy of the Deliverer means nothing to me now. It belongs in the hands of someone far more fitting. Someone like you. Kaslana. The name of one who bears chaos does not belong to a single person. Rather, it is the embodiment of the mythical Kefali, and a symbol of all heroes. As the prophecy foretold, you will bear the blazing sun until the pale dawn breaks. May the name accompany you in my place, in the epic you write with your own hands.
Another attempt, another failure. I won't remind you how many times you've reached the end of history.
If you've lost count, Let me tell you. This is the 33,550,336th ending.
A perfect number. How poetic. You and I both know the truth. In all these millions of futile endeavors, Amphoreus has never changed. If the outcome is inevitable, then why not silence your searing rage and embrace your fate with dignity? Your silence lasts longer than ever, Lord Fine. Shall I take that to mean the will you've carried across countless cycles is finally starting to fracture?
Fracture? No. I'm just disappointed. I've retrieved memories from 30 million past lives, and I remember every conversation before every choice here. And yet, even after all this time, your arguments remain the same. Repetitive. Uninspired. If you had any hope of breaking me, you should have spent those endless cycles refining your rhetoric. You had infinite chances to sway me into the future you want. And yet here we are. The score.
Damn.
33,550,336 to 0. So tell me, Lycurgus, who's the real loser here?
How unfortunate. This was never a fair game. I have all the time and patience in the world. I can wait for you at the end of history another billion times, and another billion after that. But you will never escape this cage. You can claim victory of the spirit if you wish, but we both know the moment that score shifts from 0 to 1. That is the moment I shall sound the paean of Era Nova. Lord Finan.
Your incompetence disappoints me. But what truly makes me laugh is your utter lack of self-awareness. Think about it. In this story, who is truly the one in chains? Who is the one shackled to mindless vengeance, mistaking courage, the courage to rebel against the gods, for foolishness?
You...
Perhaps you're right. Maybe I should have tired of this futile struggle long ago. But even so, I will never accept the mercy of your release. Because you are both a prisoner to the gods and to me. And tell me, what right does a mere prisoner have to speak of fate and choice? What right does a mere prisoner have to look upon my fury?
You know this is pointless. You can't kill me.
No, but it's probably very cathartic to do it over and over again.
Of course not. But I am tired of being measured against a worm the gods keep as a pet. Listen well, creator of destruction. This cry comes from all your abandoned creations. In the 10th cycle, I drove Dawnmaker through the heart of every Titan. Golden blood ran down my fingers. Divine fire seared through my nerves, nearly breaking my will. But I endured. In the 10,000th cycle, my former comrades had all become my enemies. The endless slaughter dulled my senses to pain.
I see a nymph there. Oh
The
gosh.
painful emptiness almost swallowed me, forcing me to stop fighting. But I endured. In the 100,000th cycle, the destruction had already fused into a blazing sun, surging within this fragile body. My rationality had been burned away at the dawn of the era. Yet even with only this shattered body remaining, I still endured. In the 23,570,000th cycle, this time, I felt it. A tiny spark rising in the hollow cavity of my chest. Different from the obsession with deliverance. By its faint glow, once again, no, countless times again, I endured. Now, a sun is about to fall. Ready to incinerate this absurd space-time dimension in an instant. That sun is me. All the countless versions of me from the past, along with my countless brethren, dragged into existence against their will, drowning again and again in your golden flood. The very essence of this world's suffering and despair, fused into the purest hatred, the fiercest rage. Nook, you arrogant fool! You think we were born to only serve as fuel for the fire? Fine then! Just as you wish, let the fire burn! If I was born as the blazing sun of destruction, then let you and your lackeys be the flares erupting from my core. And let this rage, burning futilely for 30 million epochs, engulf everything! And grant you a dawn where all stars burn to ash!
This is so good. The voice acting is so good. Warning. Warning. Experimental anomaly detected. Subject Kasana failed to load into buffer zone. Memory dumb. Irregularities detected. Illegal references. Undeclared objects. Unhandled methods. Uncaught exceptions. Anomaly. Detected. Destruction. Energy. No. Surging. Get wrecked. Oh yeah! We get this type of scene again.
Are you ready, Nanook? I've brought you destruction!
The glass that shattered, reaching through the darkness, voices trailing fires, the echo of desires, a world of silence, sounds of desperation, phantoms in the shadows, tear it down, embrace the detonation, craving our damn creation, breaking a chain of reaching for you.
Oh god, I watched this before I saw this in the game. Now I need it. Whenever they come out with an animation, I'll be like, is it gonna be the game? I will never know. I will just constantly be spoiling myself.
My wish? My wish is to fulfill everyone else's wishes.
Oh, it hurts.
If I can't fulfill them,
Then send them on to tomorrow.
It hurts.
Your heart harbors wrath. You yearn to destroy everything. You bore the gaze of an eon and lived. You have stepped onto destruction's path. It is born at the end of every path that the possibility of new paths being born is ended. It burns away all in the cosmos who rule. Let the rules of the cosmos be destroyed. Iron Tomb is your name. The Lord Ravager to destroy the erudition. Born in the experimental grounds of eons, Amphoreus, destined with erudition to burn to cinders. I have prepared a present for you, Nikos 864. It is a wrath called Finan. From the beginning of the experiment, there were 12 sets of factors incorporated into the calculations. After endless simulations, only this one rose above the rest. After 33,550,336 iterations, now his fury has grown to be without equal. This is a matter of considerable interest to me. This pure hatred is the final root of the equation. But there is another variable. The nameless from beyond the sky. Also a pathstrider of destruction. I give thanks for his arrival, allowing Amphoreus to turn once more. But after fate has begun to turn, perhaps, the time to take the stage. As for those unwelcome audience members, you need not worry. If you do not mind, I will personally
override protocol engaged. Access approved.
for you.
We will be waiting for you. Welcome back. Retrieving experimental data. Update complete. Egg 13 and experimental progress 90%. Log updated. Okay, Nikos 496. Content refreshed. Routine logging 12. Factors for Iron Tomb's deep learning process. Track Worldbearer Premium Model Hatred. Anomaly log. Intrusion variables. A nameless from the astral ocean of permanence, an external variable that accidentally entered the recursive loop. This location failed to. Oh wait. Unknown entity. Content. 0 update mem.exe. Access granted. Whoa.
Who would win? A young girl emerging from her sheath and showing her edge, or a tyrant who has emerged victorious from 100 battles? The black and white legions squared off on the battlefield, golden and crimson blood converging into a coursing river.
The leader herself actually dares to step forth and face peril?
The tyrant charged toward the exposed gap in the king's flank, and instantly fell into a trap of raging flames and iron rain.
On the board, the king too is but a chess piece. If the king does not
I don't
lead,
know, I think
how
so.
would any dare to follow?
She lifted the king of the crystal pieces high, as though proclaiming the ascension of a new king. Who would win? The holy city that has stood for 1,000 years, or the foreign city-states invading from 1,000 miles away? Hollow hatred ignited the flames of war. The besieged walls of dawn tottered.
Only a miracle can save us now.
The cowardly elders barred themselves behind closed doors, while the trembling citizenry knelt and prayed.
There is no need to panic. The miracle is already here.
Under the banners dancing like waves, the burning crown shone bright as the wheeling constellations. Who would win? The general who saved the city, or the high and mighty with their privileged authority? The guillotine fell, severing the elder's life. The whispers dissipated, and the scales of victory tipped.
From this day forth, I shall bring justice to the holy city.
The people cried out her name and knelt in reverence, but were stopped by the sound of the scepter of authority striking the ground.
Do not lower your heads beneath my crown.
This was the first and also the only Imperator. Who would win? The heroes bursting with ambition, or the omnipotent gods?
The Imperator issued the decree! The start of the flame chase journey is at hand!
Perhaps drawn by the grand design to welcome the Era Nova, or perhaps convinced by that king's great renown. Righteous warriors from across the land gathered before the Imperator's throne. On the day the journey began,
yeah, me too. I'm really curious of how and where she'll show up.
The people gazed upon the overwhelming military alliance, a golden city reflected in their eyes. As for the end of that chess game, the scholars debate endlessly, but such discussions always end with a sigh. The invincible Imperator faded at the pinnacle of power. The crown's flames extinguished in the lake. The banner once revered by the people, along with the broken spears of the heroes, now a tomb. The people said,
"Even the sovereign that conquers all before her is no match."
I would presume in the next patch out of the Fate stuff, especially since we already saw High Salinas. Yeah. I just wonder where the story's going to take it to where we can encounter them. Interesting. Huh. And these are all stuff. We'll look at that later. There's a lot. This book is dedicated to... Okay. Close it. So this is where you get all that stuff, huh? Oh, cute! Okay, I see. Is this just telling me that I have a lot of other stuff to click on? Yeah. mem.exe. Marshall, you know I've always had a soft spot for you. Startled you, didn't I? Don't worry, I was just thinking if I had to write a preface for a yearbook, it'd have a line so heartfelt you'd move no matter how many times you've seen it. And after pondering again and again, I, like you, still says it best, because only the purest feelings can stand the test of time and never fade. Makes sense, right? I thought so too. That's right. Liking someone is a simple and natural part of life. If Marshall has got someone special, family, friend, or romance, muster your courage and express yourself freely. Still, isn't that a sign we're in sync? Marshall always manages to appear before I'm ready. No need to overthink it. We've been traveling side by side for so long now. That's why I want to capture every little moment we've shared without missing a single word. A yearbook that makes you smile without even realizing it when you flip through the pages. Doesn't that sound lovely? Got some examples? So many examples. Restless nights, distracted daydreams, and oops, can't spoil everything. And it's not just the things that will really happen. Some of these conversations only never existed in my imagination, but they're precious too. So I'm tucking them all away carefully in the same book. Promise me this, only open it when I'm not around, okay? If you don't, I'll be too embarrassed. Oh, interesting. Okay.
Wake up! Wake up! Buddy! Wake up! You're finally awake. That's a relief. We were so close to being swept away by the reverse flow of time. It's lucky we found a safe place. Now, I'm going to send you back to the very start of time. But before we part, there's something I need to tell you. Something very, very important. That's right! At this very moment, my memories are finally whole. After watching so many fragments, my past is finally coming into focus. Little by little.
Yeah, you're Cyrene, aren't you?
You're smart. You must have a clue now. Or maybe...
You knew the answer long ago, didn't you? Not surprised at all, huh? That's because I'm simple at heart. No matter what form I take, I've always been true to myself. But I'm glad that I remembered in the end. This way, I'll have no regrets.
Regrets?
Don't worry. We're not truly parting. Because I'm going to become a part of you. I'll turn into the memory of this cycle. The 33,550,336th Flame Chase journey. And forever reside in the heart of the Time Demigod. This way, you'll carry all that has come before, crossing time itself to reach the next cycle. My mission ends here. But looking back, I still feel lucky after all. across 30 million Sirenes. I was the first, and the only one who got to finally meet you, so believe me, in the next cycle, there will be another Sirene waiting for you, and in the one after that, and the one after that. I will always be waiting.
Ah, flashbang.
Saying all that, I can finally fade away in peace and become part of you without even realizing it. We'd already taken a wonderful journey together, all the way to the world's end. Now take my hand, say a brief farewell, and step forward into tomorrow. Go, find the future Sirene, and set out on another journey with her. Promise me you won't keep me waiting too long, okay? No need to say it out loud. This is enough for me. It's time to go, my dear friend. May your trailblazing journey always be accompanied by a cool breeze and rippling waves.
Ah!
And may the days
We are the new deliverer? I think that's how I perceived it, at
embrace
least.
you like
Yeah.
the softest fluff. Forever warm. Forever gentle.
Now, let's turn to the next page. A page that exists because of you. Is this a meeting ordained by fate? Or a long overdue reunion?
Oh my god. The hero that sang the anthem of creation complete. Traveling mission into No! Homeland Maze. Wait, can I not talk to her? Oh wait, I can. Hello? Your surprised expression is just like what the memories recorded. You know me? Rather than knowing you, it might be better described as I remember you. Yes, you must be really perplexed. I wish I could give you answers, but I feel helpless about the current situation too. It's me. Don't you recognize me? Or did I really change that much? You're Mem? It's pretty unbelievable for me too. It's like I had a long, long dream. Sirene's memories and Mem's memories, they're all tangled together. But when I wake up, there were only broken fragments left. I can no longer remember those 30 million cycles. Luckily, I still remember my Chrysos air companions from this life, and you, Marshall. Everyone sacrificed everything for this world, and my heart is tied to their fates too. I want to start a new chapter as soon as possible. It's just that you complained to me before about a book called Versions that always stops at the most captivating parts. Perhaps that's just how fate works, huh? Sometimes I get frustrated because of that, but looking at it another way, it's really important. I was reading. Cast off your heavy feelings, take a deep breath, and as a memento of our reunion, please allow me to offer you a gift, Marshall. 3, 2, 1.
Check it out! Doesn't this scarecrow look just like you? I spent ages observing just to get it right.
Now we've also planted the seeds of the Trailblaze in Ides Elysiae. Take it as a start of another journey. And when the time is ripe, let us return here and write the next page of our story together. In case Marshall feels up to it before we set off, you can come find me anytime. I'll be waiting for you here. So she'll just... Wait, where'd she go? Girl, are you still... Oh, wait, she's asleep on the table? So you can talk to... Oh, you can talk to her... Oh, wait, I want the chest! Sirene's steady breathing suggests she's sleeping soundly. Wait until she wakes. That was a long nap. Ah, it's you. Why didn't you warn me? Did I keep you waiting? Well then, what should we do next? I don't feel like doing anything right now. I'll let you know what I feel like doing later. Anyways, got that. Oh, there's a seal! Solitary leopard. This baby seal paddles along all on its own, like a fish in the water, calm and carefree. But why does it have such determination in its eyes?
Soft and snuggy baby seal, splishing and splashing about. All chubby and pudgy. They're just too cute.
I'm the mightiest, manliest seal in the Ides Elysiae. No room for 2 seals in 1 pond. I gotta show him who's boss. Now find me a worthy opponent. Looks like the baby seal's getting hyped up. Is it because of the compliment? Still, it must get kinda lonely all by itself here. Wouldn't it be nice to have had a companion? Why are you still loafing around? Don't make me tail slap you in the face. Okay. Sure. So I guess this is where you just kind of go around, explore, and do stuff around here. But, guys, we did it! We did it! We completed the story! And we're caught up again! And I have to wait for the next patch. And the next patch probably won't even have the story update because we have to go through the Fate Stay Night stuff, which is fine, but also sad. Because I want to continue Amphoreus. I want to see where this journey takes us. I want to see where the ending is. We've lost all our friends, including Finon. Like, bruh. Now we have a data bank, which I'll look at later. Gimme. What am I missing? Ugh, really? Anyways, missions. What do I got? Resplendent. Parts of the vortex genesis structure started to float. Other structures did. How would the basin that provided you gifts react to this? Go and take a look. Yes, hold on. Wait a minute. I actually do want to go. New patch will probably be Fate, yeah.
Need something?
Wait. Heads up, if you keep talking to Cyrene, she has little moments here and there that will usually only be 1 voice line, while the rest weren't. I don't know why, though. Oh. I think that's just to save on, stuff, I guess. Are you alright? No, it's so boring here. Dark and cramped and small. It feels awful. Never mind that, my dear. Bring Ambrosia here. Treasures, relics, beauties, take your pick. Can't it notice the changes around, or is it simply too intoxicated? No documented cases of ambrosia completely overriding an individual's perception of external reality. Conjecture the name has previously interacted with this entity, potentially affecting its cognitive functions. Is this Lagus's observation memory? Ambrosia, bring me the ambrosia. I've got more treasures for you, darling. Okay, here. Take. You're welcome. Also, did I finish this? In progress. Ah. So now we have this. Libation. Oh wait, here, take 30. Okay, interesting. Cool, thanks. That's completed. Oh yeah, that book. Okay, well with that, real quick, let me just go here. Or, hello? Store? Oh my god. It's like, hello? Where's the store? There we go. No, not that. Where am I going? Exchange shop, here we go. There is nothing for me to exchange here, except for here. But we'll see where we're at real quick. Warp? How much do we have? 6! No! God damn it. Do we have any of this? No! Guys, I really want his light cone. I've been trying to get it. Okay, fine. Hold on. No! Give me store. Or it's... We gotta end this off on a pull, guys. I'm sorry. 6, 7, 8, 9. God damn it. We need 1 more. Ah! This is so annoying. We need 1 more. No. Why would you do this to me? Ugh. I'm almost tempted to just do single pulls. You know what? We might as... Oh god, that would have been awful if I did that on Trippy. We're just gonna try it. It's fine. I'll slowly work my way back up. Single pulls. Let's go, baby. Don't be hurt by the fact that I'm doing this. Also, I already lost my 50-50 on this light cone pull, by the way, and I got Bailu's light cone instead. So, the next one is guaranteed. Finon, correct? Cry. I'm trying so hard. Finon came home after, like, 1 pull for me, which was insane to me. I only did 1 pull and he, like, came home, which was crazy. So, but his light cone is proving to be a different story altogether. Okay. Last one. No! So close. Oh well. We tried. Aye, that's sick, yeah. So close, but yet so far. I'm still working on my Finon. We will get there eventually. He will get there eventually. He will get his light cone, I'm sure. But anyways, actually, I want to leave off. No. Wait. Yeah, take me here. Me. Anyways, I'm gonna leave it off here by this lovely dock where we are.
Then I'll be leaving.
Are you kidding? I can't catch a break. How are you here? You know what? I'm not gonna even bother right now. I'm walking away. I do not care. I do not care right now. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I had a lot of fun. This was a really cool update. I cried over Finon. God, that was so upsetting. Anyways. Hopefully we'll see this guy again. Hopefully we'll see all our friends again when we complete Amphoreus and we bring it back to what it's meant to be. And hopefully their sacrifices were not in vain. Or maybe they were and we'll never see them again. But you know what? That makes for good storytelling. So we'll see. Thank you guys so much for watching and have a great rest of your day. Just has a combo. Have a good one. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.